Oh, and fuck, shit, fuck, shit, fuck. I don't want to get labeled as kids entertainment on YouTube. Fuck, shit, fuck, shit. Okay. Because I don't want this getting, like, flagged as children's content, because it's not really. Or rather, I mean, I guess it can be, but considering how much I cuss regularly, I think it's probably better that kids don't listen to me. So this is gonna be like half a tutorial, or like half of a like, here's how I do things, and half of a like, you know, like a draw with me, but instead it's like clean with me. So hopefully this is recording and I don't have to like bass boost the audio. I'm also talking quietly because my brother is upstairs and my father is outside, and hopefully he doesn't come back in anytime soon. I mean, they all know I'm recording down here and to be quiet, so. Anyway, so yeah, this is gonna be basically, yeah, I'm gonna clean some ponies and we're gonna chat because, you know, I'm just gonna be straight up with y'all. I'm like fucking pissed. Shit. I might bleep out exactly who that is later. I don't know. But anyway, I feel like I might not be what this community deserves, but I'm out here to make some content, and I'm not really here to make money either, although I would appreciate some money. I don't think I can if I'm gonna cuss in my videos. I mean, the Game Grumps do, but they make sure not to cuss within like the first minute or so that they don't get demonetized. But I'm rather trying. It's more important to me that people are able to add this to a playlist or something, or write a comment on it, or like the video, than it is for me to make money, because if your video gets flagged as children's content, then it takes away the ability to even save it to a playlist, which is ridiculous to me. It's really irritating when I'm trying to like watch any kind of My Little Pony related thing and I can't add it to a playlist. It's super duper annoying. So yeah, also my phone is on a tripod, but it's kind of shitty. So if it swings accidentally out of place, because I'm attempting to record with my headphone microphone because I'm talking quietly. I'm not sure if my phone would pick it up normally. Anyway, this is a lot of rambling, and people don't like a lot of rambling. I'm gonna take a sip of my Sprite in a mug, and then we'll get down to business. I'll like explain what all I'm doing, and then I'll just, you know, chat about ponies. I mean, for me, this is the kind of content that I want to watch, so I figure, you know, I'll just make it, and then probably some other people might watch it, or maybe you watch it to go to sleep, and I'm fine with that. I mean, I like watching ASMR videos and quiet things like that to sleep, or history documentaries like Time Team. Oh yeah, I was gonna introduce myself, because probably none of y'all know who the fuck I am. So my channel name right now is Nakura Hamesha. That's not my actual name. It's like the name of my OC. I made this Google account a really long time ago and haven't decided if I want to like change the name of it, because I had it under this a long time. but most people usually know me as Teeth or Dream on various platforms. It depends on the one. But yeah, so that's me. I'm horribly afraid of bugs and spiders, and I like ponies, and I grew up with Gen 3, and I also grew up with Gen 4. And my first ponies were these Sunny Days that came with the VHS for a charming birthday, and the other one was I'm probably going to mix up her name again because, like, I think that her name ought to be this other name, but it's not that. Like, yeah, no, her name is Starcatcher, I think, and I keep thinking that it should be, like, Skydancer, because the VHS that she comes with is Dancing in the Clouds, so it just sort of, you know, makes more sense that way. But yeah, so those were my first two, and those were really the only Gen 3s I had other than McDonald's ponies when I was little. And then towards like middle school-ish, Gen 4 came out, and then I was like, oh hell yeah, ponies. And actually I was kind of semi-disappointed when Gen 4 first came out, because, you know, the first episode, it kind of gives you these like Sailor Moon magical girl fighting baddies sort of vibes, and then it immediately turns back into slice of life, which was like the weirdest 180 to me. So I don't know, I have lots of feelings about Gen 4. We may get into them. Anyway, so I'm gonna sort of show you how I do stuff. So, I have some Method brand French lavender soap. I've never filmed a video like this before, and I've never used this kind of setup before, so I'm just hoping that this goes on camera nicely. And if the camera does get swung out of position, because it very well might, hopefully I will fix that whenever I change the water in this bowl, which was a lot warmer, and now it's a little below lukewarm. And you don't want to use anything too hot, and you could just do straight up cold water, but I prefer water that's a little bit warm, because, you know, then my hands get really cold and it's annoying. So yeah, I use Method. I mean, I use all sorts of shit. Sometimes I use Dawn. It depends. But I got this to clean my mom's calico critters, because it's like, it's really gentle. It doesn't like take a lot of scrubbing to get off. Like, it just sort of like, it washes your hands, but then it comes off easily, and you don't have to like rub super vigorously to get the soap off of your hands. So yeah, that's what I use. Yeah, so I just use that for right now because I have it. This is a baby toothbrush. Again, got it for the calico critters, for cleaning for my mom, and sometimes it's useful. Various doll brushes. This is an actual My Little Pony one, probably from, yeah, McDonald's, as it says on it. Barbie brush. Live doll brush. All of them are, you know, different uses. And then we have some stolen from a hotel conditioner. And that's just like, you know, if the hair's being a big dick, you know. So I guess I have a whole new bag from Goodwill of ponies to clean, and then I have half of a bag that I mostly already cleaned, like I cleaned half of the bag a while ago, and I've just sort of been like trying to save up some ponies. So there's two specific things in here that might get turned into separate videos. So this is a Pinkie Pie. I already have one, I believe, in this exact same pose, with a little bit of pink left in her hair, because this is the fading pink. I don't know who's coming into this video. I don't know if you've been in My Little Pony collecting circles for like 20 years, if you've only been here for 1 year, or you're just getting into it now. I don't know what you are. Sorry, I have to pop my joints. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to attempt to repink her hair, and then I'm also going to be trading her with a friend, I believe. So I'm pretty darn sure I have her already. And even if I don't have her in this exact same pose, she is rather pink. I swear my other one is not as, like, not the hair, but like the body. Her head does not swivel. That means she's one of the older ones. Hold on, what year is she? 2002. Okay. So anyway, so she's going to be another video probably of me attempting to repink her hair. And then I have another one in the bag over here, which may be off camera. I'm not sure. And I have a Divine Shine pony that's in that bag. And I think a lot of her glitter has dissolved into her plastic, which is kind of gross sounding, but I believe she's also rusty on the inside because she's clear. You can see a lot easier. So she's gonna be definitely a brand new experiment. I mean, so we'll be repinking Pinkie Pie here because I've never done that, but I've never had to clean rust out of a pony. I've been very lucky. So, you know, that's the hope. So let's get started. I mean, not normally, every now and then wear these like big dishwashing gloves if I don't want to get my hands really wet, or if I'm using the computer at the same time. Sometimes that's helpful, but I'm not going to do that right now. I want to touch the pony and be able to feel when things are still dirty. Anyway, so here's my little bowl of water and my tools, and usually you don't want to submerge them all the way. I don't know what that is. We'll see. We'll see if it comes off or whether it's just a matter of her sparkly body. But basically, you know, you get the hair wet, and eventually you do get the rest of the pony wet. And you want to try not to submerge them, although I don't always do that or follow those rules. But I mean, in general, you don't want to, because they have a metal washer inside their butt that keeps their tail in, and, you know, you don't want to make that arrest. But, you know, sometimes you just need to submerge a pony. So, I mean, up to you, I guess. I'm just, you know, listing the dangers that I know of. Also, if you follow any of my tips and you fuck up your pony, I'm sorry, but also not my fault. I claim no liability for fucked up ponies. But in general, what I've been doing has been working for me for a long time now. I mean, I've been genuinely thrifting ponies for about a year now, but I didn't even see them at Goodwill, I guess, until I started looking for them. I mean, I don't know if I was just like, I didn't notice them, or if they just magically started showing up once I got like back into it. So I'm going to start with the wider toothed comb, and you just, you know, you go from the bottom like a human, and you gently, you know, you just progress upwards. You see there's a little bit here I might have to trim later on, but I'll probably leave that up to my friend. But you want to, you know, you want to grasp it firmly so that you're not pulling out any plugs, because unlike a human, ponies do not grow back their hair. So, you know, she also has tinsel in her hair. I love tinsel. I love hair tinsel. I think it looks fabulous, but it can go wrong in a lot of ways. And there's different ways to battle that, but mostly you just gotta pray that it'll be fine. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, it already feels softer here because, you know, you just brush it out gently, you know. Just, you know, gentle brushing. And if you get like something that's like really, really, really bad, then yeah, you'd want to move to the conditioner. But right now it seems like hers isn't too bad. I've had ponies before, usually Gen 4s, but I got this thrifted, you know, really, really big Fluttershy, like styling size thing, whose hair quality is abysmal, despite the fact that they are a styling size. And it's just like, why Hasbro? Why have you forsaken us? But at any rate, I got her, and her hair was like French braided down like the top of this, but it was also super tangled. Like it had been in that braid for like years, but also like rubbed constantly or something, so that like it was all like gripped to each other, and that was fucking hell. That took me an entire day to detangle just her head, not even her tail, just her head. It was horrible. It was worth it, but it was horrible. And then I just sort of promptly put it back in a braid because, you know, the hair quality was so bad. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna customize her. And then I never did. I do that a lot. I'll buy things to customize them, and then I'll just get like attached to how they look, and then I won't customize them. Because, you know, that's how I am. Hold on, I gotta move my foot. Ugh. You know. But yeah, I mean, I feel like sometimes we just need like a little relaxing video in times of stressful shit like the coronavirus. I mean, we're all quarantined at home. Oh, and the Goodwill near me is closing during these trying times, so I'm kind of glad that I went out and I got this bag of ponies and also the fabric that I needed at the time. I got, when I went out, I got a tea set for my mom and me. Or rather, she sort of paid for it. My father paid for it. He walked all the way down there, which was actually rather sweet of him to come pay for the $7 tea set because I did not have enough. I don't usually carry more money on me than I want to spend. So I couldn't afford it, but I saw it and I was like, oh, Mom will want this because it was like Easter bunny themed. It's really pretty. So maybe I can film a video with it sometime. Maybe after all of this is done and over, I can film some sort of cute, like, almost ASMR style, like, let's have a tea party thing. We'll see. I don't know. But, yeah, it's getting much better now. I wonder if this actually looks nice and pretty on camera with the sparkles. Probably not! We'll see. Yep. But yeah, anyway, I mean, I got 2 bed sheets from Goodwill. Well, technically one was a bed skirt, but it worked for my purposes. Because I just got these new sheets that are really, really fucking cute. They're these unicorns. They're not classical unicorns, unfortunately. I love classical unicorns more than, horsicorns. That's something I can talk about. The difference between a unicorn and a horsicorn. My Little Pony unicorns are definitely like horsicorns. What I mean by a horsicorn is like someone took a horse and just slapped a horn on it and maybe colored its mane and made it a little sparkly or whatever, but like a traditional classical unicorn actually has a much different set of traits from that of a horse. They have a long lion-like tail. Hold on, someone's coming downstairs. So thankfully I didn't forget what I was talking about. So a classical unicorn has some specific body requirements. Like they have like a lion's tail or like a boar's tail, where it's like a long bit of like flesh and then there's a tuft of hair at the end. And then they also usually have more the build of like a deer, like a rather tall, lithe deer. There's a weird guy standing outside across the street who's holding what like looks like a bottle of bleach, and he might be smoking something, and he's just like sitting there waiting for someone. This happens a lot. I feel like it's a weed drop spot. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I would also be slightly surprised because weed is legal out here, and I feel like you would just go buy it from like a weed store. And he just spit on the ground. Okay, this dude is officially gross. Yeah, he's smoking, and he has like what looks like a bottle of some kind of cleaner fluid, and he's just standing there, and it's kind of creepy. Anyway, back to unicorns. But yeah, no, this happens a lot. I swear to God, it's got to be some sort of drug drop. But anyway, unicorns. They, they have more sort of the body of like a deer that's all white. I mean, of course you can make your unicorns whatever color you desire, but traditionally they're all white, and I don't know, sometimes they have like a goat beard on their chin, and so that's not necessary, but they also tend to have cloven hooves like a goat, and then usually their horn is a lot longer than we tend to draw horsicorns. Like it's long and really thin. So anyway, there's that. But yeah, I get kind of annoyed with the prevalence of horsicorns in modern media, because like to some degree you're like, yay, unicorns are popular now, and not just like because unicorns used to be not as popular as they are now, but now that they are popular, people have, gone to just sort of, drawing horses and then slapping a horn on them and giving them rainbow hair, and I don't know, like sometimes it can be cute and pretty and stuff, but like it can get tiring over time, especially when people are like drawing like a unicorn farting rainbows. I really don't like that at all. I find that rather irritating. So we're gonna use this now. There's a piece of hair on it. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, oh, and I didn't talk about protecting your space, but definitely wherever you're doing this, make sure that you've got down things that will protect your space from water damage. I'm doing this on a table that my father likes a lot, although I think it's already kind of wrecked a bit. But I've got down these big plastic bags from Goodwill, like the really, really big ones, and then I've got towels on top of them. So, that's how I protect my space. And another way I protect my space is by having this water basin here and then having another big plastic bucket that it sits in. Because I used to not do that, and I would splash water off the sides a lot. But now that I just put like a small water basin inside a larger plastic tub, that seems to work a lot better to like prevent spills. Because any spills go into the basin around it. And I think that helps a lot. Sometimes I may have to lean in and block the camera to look at something up close, and I apologize for that. But basically, just giving her a quick scrub. And definitely, during these trying times of the coronavirus, you want to make sure that you're cleaning the things that you thrift. Oh, I didn't finish talking about the sheets and why I was getting those. Right, so Goodwill is closing in like probably a week or something until like April something, because, and I went, sorry, I keep getting distracted and forgetting what I'm talking about. Gosh, I keep doing it. So I'm glad that I went when I did. Right, I was talking about how I got the really pretty unicorn sheets, and that's how I went off on the tangent that I did about classical unicorns and like horsicorns. Anyway, so yeah, I got these really, really pretty 100% cotton unicorn sheets with these like gorgeous like gold metallic inlays around the unicorns, which are not classical unicorns. I'm pretty sure I specified that. Oh, in this lighting you can see her washer. I don't know if you can. You probably can't see it on camera, but I can. I can see her washer through like the light hitting through her stomach and then brightening up the inside. I can see exactly where her washer is. So that's interesting. I don't usually clean ponies in this specific bright lighting. You might wonder, oh, how do you get them clean then? It's called I'm a night owl. Oh no, shit. Oh, God damn it. Alright. Hold on. Well, I might have to switch the water in a minute anyway, so we'll see. It might seem wasteful of water for me to switch it every pony, but I find that at least if I'm doing a bigger pony, I kind of have to switch it every 2 ponies. But yeah, as you see, I'm dripping water all over the place, but it's a lot easier when you're not too worried. I got these beautiful, beautiful sheets that I think are gorgeous, and I love them very, very much. And yeah, they have unicorns on them. They're fucking gorgeous. I love them, but I only have 2 comforter / duvet covers, and one of them would kind of fit, but I don't really like the pattern on it that much. And the other one I love to death, but it's part of my sea life theme, and I really only do sea life theme when I'm doing all of my sea life themed things. I don't actually have sea life themed sheets. I'm realizing that now. Anyway, I'm trying to make my bedding more cohesive. Anyway, so I got all these gorgeous, sheets. They were like $50 because they were made really well and they're 100% cotton. So I got those. And I was like, I don't have a comforter cover. I want it to match. I want it to be pretty. I mean, there was a specific comforter cover I really wanted, but I couldn't get because just the comforter cover costed $50. And that's a lot. Plus my mom was paying for it and I couldn't really afford to buy it myself. I forget what her name is. I looked it up and I can't remember now. But anyway, she's one that I'm very excited about owning. Anyway, back to the bedding situation. So, it's a bit of something in her hair. So she got me those sheets. And they're fucking gorgeous. They're so pretty. But the top sheet, not the actual the actual bed sheet. The top sheet is like these pink and white stripes with these little flowers on it. So I found a sheet at Goodwill that was also like flowers. That was nice. Again, I was trying to kind of get something that would be really pretty but also really cheap because I'm poor most of the time. I mean, yeah. So, yeah. So I got this bed curtain? What the fuck is it called? I can't remember now. I said it earlier. It's like a ruffly thing that goes around your bed and it's kind of like a top sheet, but it's not. Anyway, the edges are lacy to it. And it's supposed to be queen size according to its actual tag, not just Goodwill screwed up. Like, the tag itself says queen size. It is not queen size. It's maybe a full, but it fits on my twin size bed, so, yeah. So that was weird. But I got that, and then I got the flower thing, and basically I just sort of sewed them together to make a comforter cover, or a duvet cover, whatever you want to call it. And, I sewed them together, and then actually the twin bed sheet that says it's a twin bed sheet was longer than the queen thing. So I actually had enough fabric from it to sort of fold it over on the inside to make a little bit of a pocket to help the duvet cover not slip out or move around too much at the bottom. And then I also sewed some ribbons to the bottom of it to do it like a tie closure. I was going to do buttons, but I didn't really want to cut holes in the fabric. And then I realized, oh hey, I've got this ribbon and this ribbon kind of matches, so I just did that. And it looks nice. So I'm excited to use it. I'm very proud of it. My sewing machine for many, many years has been giving me a lot of trouble, and I've never taken it in to have it looked at. I kind of want to pull it. Okay, I just broke it there because clearly that was half a plug that got pulled out. Anyway, so Oh god, what the fuck was I talking about? See, I'm really bad. I'm gonna have to get better at this. But yeah, duvet cover. Oh, sewing machine. Okay, so my sewing machine is usually like a dick to me, and like if you try and start it slow, it just goes like and it doesn't really like move and you have to like floor it to get it moving, and then you can slow it back down. Although me using it constantly now, I've been like just sewing out the fucking wazoo recently because, and I gotta be quiet again. So we've moved locations because people decided to come downstairs permanently or inside. So we're up here in my tiny bedroom that does not have a lot of space and is really difficult to do this in. And I suppose I could have done it on the floor, but then we wouldn't have good lighting, so yeah, basically people don't want to give me the same common courtesy that I do give them when they are filming something. So I'm up here in my room now, and we're gonna continue cleaning up here. And I don't even remember what I was talking about before I moved because, you know, I had to move everything upstairs and that took a while, so I don't remember what I was talking about. I believe I just started cleaning the bluish green pony, whose name I can't remember right now, but she has sort of like Hawaiian flowers on her butt. So I finished cleaning her, and this is probably off camera, but I'll point with my hand. Over there on my bed is a bucket with a towel in it where I'm putting clean ponies. I'm also going to be putting clean ponies around the bucket where I'm washing stuff. So while I really liked the setup that I had downstairs, we now must abandon that and use the tiny space that we have up here because I just want to fucking clean the ponies and do this video. I've been waiting for a long time to do this, so we're just gonna forge ahead. Oh, and also I have some like Spanish radio going on in the background that hopefully YouTube doesn't pick up and flag, but it doesn't matter anyway because it probably won't delete my video if I have like audio in it because I'm not making money off of it. It hasn't done that for some of my other videos. With the coronavirus right now, most people are in the house now, and normally I have the house all to myself all day, which can drive me mad sometimes, but when you just want to do something that you don't want other people to be around for, it's really irritating, especially since we're all getting on each other's nerves. It's not good. I try and hide in my room as much as possible, but you know, we do what we can. Anyway, I'm gonna drink some Sprite, and I don't know, I kind of wish I could watch something while I'm talking about this stuff, but then I'd probably end up being quiet, and that wouldn't be good. I wish this stupid Spanish channel would play some music and not this dumb talking. Okay, you know what, I might cut out a bunch of this and just switch the radio channel and then come back. Hold on. Okay. Actually, I really like whatever the fuck song they're playing, so now I want to soundhound it. Hold on. Alrighty. Okay, we're back. Yeah. So we're back, and I changed the radio station, and I really like whatever's playing right now, but I can't seem to figure out what it is. Like, I've asked my phone a few different times, and it's like, I don't know. And I'm like, fabulous. So I don't know what's playing, but I'm really into it, and it's really nice. And it reminds me of how I'm going to be getting my own guitar soon, and that's going to be my first ever guitar, and it's something I've wanted for a really, really long time. And I guess that's something I can talk about next, since I can't remember what I was talking about before I came back upstairs. So, let me grab this bag of ponies so I can cut it open. Ooh la la! Big fat bag of ponies was $8 for all of these. There's some jointed ones and some minifig blind bag ones. I love minifig blind bag ponies. I love them. I think they're great. There's some Gen 4.5s in here. Yeah, it just said the station title and didn't tell us what we were listening to. I swear, radio stations don't do that much anymore. They don't tell you what the fuck you've been listening to, and that's really annoying. Unless it's like a really popular song. So anyway, yeah, there's quite a few things in here, and some of them look really fucking dirty, so that's gonna be fun. Oh, apparently now we're gonna be listening to musical songs, according to the radio man. So, oh god, the sun's really blinding me now. Anyway, I was going to talk about guitar while I clean this horrible, horrible Pinkie Pie. Okay, I'll admit, she's one of the better fast food Pinkie Pies because her hair is sculpted in a really interesting way. And she seems to have some natural curl left in her hair, but that's gonna go bye-bye in 5 seconds after I finish scrubbing her. Oh god, I'm getting really blinded. This is gonna be fun. By which I mean, not fun at all. Because I have to keep leaning back. Well, I guess that means, one, my head isn't in the shot. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna talk about guitar. So, I've wanted a guitar for forever. For forever. It's not something I voiced to anyone, really. But I've always loved the sound of guitar. Always been, like, really, really into it. But, so, my dad had a guitar. He never played it. It was red and white. I don't know what kind of model it was. I don't know if it was like a Fender or whatever, all the different names for guitars. I don't know much about guitars. All I've known is that I've wanted one for a really long time. And eventually, my father sort of passed it on to my brother, who is older than me. And, well, he just kind of kept it in his room and didn't play it either. And sometimes, when he was not home, because he left his bedroom door open all the time, I would sit in the floor, because the guitar wasn't too far into his bedroom. Like he was like right in front of his door. So I would sit on the floor in front of the guitar and just sort of look at it sometimes, and sometimes I would poke it really quietly so it didn't really make a bunch of noise. Or if I was in there with him, sometimes I would poke it and he would, you know, tell me to get out, obviously. So I actually really like Hairspray. So yeah, I wanted a guitar for a long time, and then when we moved out of the last place and moved cross country to where we are now, because we were on the East Coast for forever, and then we moved all the way out to the West Coast and we drove. That was crazy. But we had a big giant yard sale before we moved, obviously. And they sold the guitar for dirt cheap. So I didn't get to have the guitar. They just sold the guitar. And I've been kind of salty about that for a really long fucking time now. And I mean, okay, a bunch of drama happened because, like, me and my mom, because I asked her to buy me a guitar for my birthday because I'm gonna be 21 this year, which is scary, but I also don't plan on drinking alcohol, so I thought, oh, that would be like a really cool thing to get instead of a big giant alcohol party of like, whoa, it's your first drink, whoa, because I don't want to drink. I thought it would be cool if I got a guitar. And I asked my mom, and she was like, yeah, sure. And I was like flabbergasted. I was like really expecting her to say no. And then she was like, I'm just so glad you went to learn something, because I'm not in college. I graduated high school, but I'm not in college because my senior year of high school, this is not a joke, this is not hyperbole. Yeah, it's hyperbole. It's not hyperbole. I legit almost died senior year from just stress. Like, I would come home and I would lay on my bed and I would just convulse, and every day I would have one of the worst panic attacks I have ever had every single day, and some days I couldn't talk, and at least one day in particular I was in art class and I felt like a force of gravity or something just pulling me to the left, to like the left on the ground, and I had to like grip my desk and tilt my whole body, just like pushing really hard to the right, because I just felt like something was just pulling me. And I guess I was kind of a bit of a jokester in my art class, I suppose, every now and then. And, you know, I told my art teacher, yeah, I'm doing this because something's like pulling me to the left, and he was like, haha, jokes, you know, like he didn't take it seriously, I assume, because I don't know, like a boy who cried wolf situation, I don't know, just that I'm just silly a lot, at least in art class. And I mean, I made it through the class, I guess, but I mean, I don't really remember what all happened after that. But he should have told me to go to the nurse or something, because I mean, I've just recently been talking about all this with my friends, and they're like, it sounds like you had a fucking stroke. And I'm like, huh, you're kind of right. And they're like, you should go get an MRI. And like, I've been planning to for a while for the twitches because I still twitch a bunch. I don't like convulse in bed, and it used to be way worse. It's definitely getting better, but I just had lingering twitches, like violent twitches in my neck and my arms. So much so that at some points I was like afraid of holding a knife, because what if I cut myself or someone else with it? So I don't know, because of the coronavirus, I really can't get in to go do an MRI right now. I don't think it's a good idea, but hopefully when all of this settles down a lot, hopefully I can go do that. Anyway, so yeah, I basically almost died senior year of high school, and no one noticed or gave a shit. But you know, that's life for me, at least. So that's kind of a large part of why I don't want to go to college, and that's why I'm home all day. So anyway, my mom was like, oh, I'm just so glad you want to learn something. And I'm like, for me, I'm just like, I love learning. I love learning new skills. I get so excited learning like new ways to like make things. That's super exciting for me. But I hate school because it's, one, it almost killed me, and two, school means people, and people don't like me. At least not most people that I meet in person. So yeah, this is kind of hard to talk about, but you know, I'm here with my ponies, and that's what makes me happy. So that's what we're doing right now. Oh, and I gotta move my chair because, again, I'm being blinded. Ugh. I don't want to try and move the camera, so yeah, I'm just gonna sort of sit like this and do it from there, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, she was like, I'm just so glad that you want to learn something, and I'm like, I love learning, I just hate school, but okay, whatever gets you to buy me a guitar. And then she told me, you know, start looking, because it's, you know, I'm looking for a used one, is what I told her, you know. And my birthday is like 3 months away right now. Anyway, so I found one, and then I told my mom, and she apparently forgot that she was paying for it. So we got all mad at each other about that. So a bunch of shit happened, and then she basically re-agreed to paying for it, but she didn't want to like hide it for the 3 months and give it to me as a gift. She just wanted me to like play, and I'm like, no, that's not what I want. I want it to be a birthday gift, not something I argued with you to get. Like it kind of ruined the whole happiness and triumphantness of getting it finally. And I looked through my savings, and I realized, you know, I can afford this thing on my own. So I decided, that's what I'm gonna do, so it can't be tainted with the horrible memory of us fighting over something she already agreed to pay for. So I'm gonna buy it myself, and it's fucking gorgeous. It's a Daisy Rock artist edition, which is hard to find, the artist editions, because they mostly just make debutante, which is their children's size thing. And Daisy Rock, the company, is they're basically created, their slogan is guitars for girls or whatever. They're meant to be lighter and for the neck to be like slimmer, so that you can get your tiny little girl hands around it. Oh, by the way, I'm non-binary. Just putting that out there. So it's heart-shaped. It's called the Heartbreaker. It's beautiful. And we had a bunch of shit go down trying to find someone to come with me to be like, yeah, the guy isn't lying about its condition and it being like working and shit. So especially with the whole coronavirus thing going on, people have backed out after I managed to finally find someone who knew something about guitars to come with me. They've all backed out because, you know, health concerns and self-isolating, and like, I totally fucking get it, because, if I do have epilepsy, I'm actually in one of the people lists of like at high risk people. So that's not great, but I really, really want this guitar, and the artist edition is, Daisy Rock guitars are not sought after, but the artist editions are still really hard to find, at least as far as I've found on the internet. So, I'm getting this bitch. I'm gonna get this fucking guitar, and it's gonna be mine, and I paid for it with my hard-earned money because I earned this money, and it's my fucking money, and it's my fucking guitar. And yeah, that's that on that. I love how I haven't been cleaning ponies this entire fucking time. But that's that on that. That's that on that. Okay, hold on. God, I love Hairspray. Complete, that's me. Okay, anyway. I'm cutting the bag open. It's pony time, bitches. Okay. Oh, okay, so we got a fakie in here. She's... she looked pretty ugly from the bag, but she's actually kind of cute. I actually do like the eyes. I kind of wish that her eyelashes were like molded, but again, it's a fakie and it's cheap, so. Also, the fact that her horn is a different color than her body actually kind of makes biological sense, but because of the color they've picked, it kind of looks like an ice cream cone. And there are these Barbie horses where it's literally sweets themed and their horn is actually an ice cream cone. na, na. Okay. I don't know what to talk about next. I mean, I have plenty of things I could talk about with like Gen 4. Oh, her head swivels. That's cool. I don't know if I'll repaint her. Listen, I haven't, until like recently when I'm going to be sending some things to a friend of mine, I haven't gotten rid of anything that I've thrifted, even if I didn't like it. And eventually I get attached to it. What else can I talk about? I'm into Decora, which is a Japanese street fashion. And it's basically, if you don't know, it is basically just focused on wearing as many brightly colored accessories as is physically possible. That's kind of the goal at hand. And I did make a fakie into a necklace one time, so maybe I will do that with this lady too. We'll see. She's kind of large. I thought it would be cool. Like, I saw on Instagram someone had a jacket where they had like shoulder pads that were made out of these like plush bunnies that were probably like cheap dollar store Easter plush that they had attached to the shoulders. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I want to do that with something else. And I don't know, that could be cool to do with fakies. To just have like unicorns on your shoulder. I don't know how you would do that though, because they'd be hard to sew down because they're hard plastic. But I don't know, maybe I will do something similar with some plush sometime if I find something good at Goodwill or at a dollar store. We'll see. I don't know. Because I feel like part of what made it really work was the fact that they were two identical plush bunnies. And I feel like I probably have to find two that were the same as well. So I probably couldn't do anything from Goodwill, which I don't really like thrifting plush. I only do it if it's something that's like, there's no way I can buy a new. Or like, would be really expensive to buy from a collector. Like recently, okay, not that recently, I bought it months ago, but I just finally cleaned it. Like I had it in its bag for forever. But Build-A-Bear has like limited edition My Little Pony dolls sometimes. And they had Minty, and I was like, oh, Minty! So, I never got it when it came out because I didn't hear about it until after. But I found it at Goodwill for like $6, which is like fucking dope. And she had like a stain on her eye and in her hair. And I used some OxyClean on it, and it came off like immediately, like super duper easy. And then I washed her, and I dried her on like no heat, and I put some, lavender fabric softener all over, so now she smells like lavender. The hair on Build-A-Bears, I'm like, why? Okay, like, My Little Pony, Hasbro does this with, like, some of their plush dolls, too, and not just the Build-A-Bear ones. This is, like, a sin that's being committed across multiple platforms here, where they'll make a doll of a pony, but they'll give it hair like this, which is not good for snuggling, and it gets tangled, because they don't even use good hair, they use shitty hair, so it gets all gross and damaged and tangled and itchy really fast. So basically, I mean, I cleaned her up and then I just braided her hair as tightly as I possibly could, because I was like, no, absolutely not, this is so gross. Ugh. Hold on, I'm gonna trim off a bit of this because it's kind of annoying. About the ocean and the back to Decora stuff. And just clothes in general. I've gotten into attempting to make some of my own clothes or resize some of my own clothes because I am plus sized. I am big. I mean, I'm not like huge, but like big enough apparently. And you know, actually, I have two topics to talk about here in regards to sizing on things. One on shoes and one on clothes themselves. So, being plus size, it's really hard to find clothes that fit you, and especially anything that's sort of, you know, out of the box, like Decora is. So if I want to wear fucking anything cool, or rather that at least I consider cool, I gotta get either extremely goddamn fucking lucky. And I made an art project about this at my brother's art gala, where I set up a dress because it was prom themed. Like the theme for that year was prom. So I set up a dress. I went to Goodwill and I specifically found a dress that I liked but didn't fit me. So I bought a dress, and then I recorded an audio file that was sort of like spacey and stuff, of just me like the sort of thoughts that like go through your head as like a plus size person when you're trying on things and they don't fit you, and just like the anger at it not fitting you, and then also the anger at yourself, like why doesn't it fit? Because I feel like people who aren't plus sized often just don't realize how much of a luxury it is to just be able to go find something that you like and you can easily find it in your size. Or half of the time you're like, oh, it's a little big, I gotta take it in. Like, that doesn't happen for us almost like ever. Like, it just doesn't happen. And, I mean, that's just, you know, that's just my life. And, yeah. So there's that. And, yeah, so I went to Joann's because I wanted to get some fabric to attempt this new idea I had. Because, like, there's this thought that goes in my head all the time. It's like, everybody can always take things in, but you can't take things out. And I'm like, I kind of realized Actually, you can take things out. I mean, the Victorians did this a lot. They did piecing. When they didn't have enough fabric for something, they would just add a seam with more fabric because they did not waste fabric back then because it was really expensive. You wouldn't waste any little scraps. You would, sew the scraps to each other and then make things fit and be bigger and shit like that. So I was like, okay, I've got these 2 old shirts that I like to wear for decora stuff that do not fit me anymore. So I was like, it's okay if I ruin them because I already can't wear them. And one of them was covered in fucking holes. The other one also had a bunch of holes, but that's not the most important thing right now. Anyway, so I went and I bought some like coordinating fabric. Oh, it wasn't just shirts. I also had a pair of shorts that was like my favorite pair of pants / shorts I have ever owned. They are like this hot pink and orange plaid. I'm sure that sounds absolutely horrible to anyone else, but like my mom thinks they're so ugly, but they are like my favorite fucking pair of pants, and they didn't really fit me anymore. And I was really, really fucking sad about that. It was really upsetting to me to not be able to wear my favorite clothes because I've gotten too big for them. So, I went to Joann's with all 3 of these garments, 2 shirts and a pair of pants, and I found some fabric that looked nice with them. And I bought some of that fabric, and then I also bought this like, oh god, the sun is blinding me. I bought like 3 or 4 yards of this rainbow vertical stripe fabric because I found it and I was like, holy shit, that's the dream. The dream is pants made out of this. So that they're slimming because the stripes are vertical, but they're also fucking gorgeous, like that was the dream. So I was like, okay, I'm buying this. I'm sorry, but I managed to afford it because I had like a bunch of coupons that day. I almost only go to Joann's if I have like an arsenal of coupons because fabric's really expensive otherwise. Something I would recommend from doing my my comforter cover project that I talked about earlier. What I would recommend, it's time for sunny days, who I already have, but maybe not in this pose. It's just really dirty. Anyway, kaplunk. I would recommend, instead of like buying muslin, which is, it doesn't have as much of a width as like a normal cotton. When you buy like a novelty cotton print or sportswear or whatever, it's usually like, I think 48 inches across. It could be smaller than that, but it's within the 40-inch range. But muslin is like either 36 or 38 inches across. So it's not, it is cheaper. At Joann's it's like $3 a yard as its regular price. But if you really want a lot of bang for your buck, plus muslin is really thin, I would recommend just buying old sheets at Goodwill because it will be cheaper and the fabric might be thicker, something you can actually make things out of. My Goodwill actually sells used fabric, but yours might not, and maybe it just has, oh my god, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh, I'm scared. Is this like gum and a pine cone? Oh, dear Lord. Oh, I'm scared to touch this. Hold on, I'm getting my gloves. 'Cause this is concerning. I'm terrified. I'm genuinely terrified of whatever the... See, this is one of the things that happens when you're thrifting ponies and stuff. Sometimes you have to deal with bullshit like this. I mean, the worst I've ever had to deal with normally is just dried blades of grass in pony hair. I've never had to experience this before. Hold on, I'm looking for my tweezers. I can't find them, so I'm gonna use these pliers because I'm scared. What the fuck is this? What are you? I don't know. Oh my god. What the fuck? There's wire in it. It might be glue? What the fuck? Okay. I'm gonna find like some paper towel or a tissue or something to put that on. 'Cause what the fuck? I'll be back. Okay. I'm still being blinded by the sun, which is very annoying, but I'm back with some paper towel and gloves, obviously. I have some more paper towel off to the side, but just for now. Okay. Goodbye, weird pine cone thing. Okay. Yeah, she's really dirty. This is gonna be fun. Oh, where did I... Yeah, so I also have these like little magic eraser type things that are sponges as well. So I've got that. I may actually genuinely want to scrub her before I do her hair because this is concerning. What are you? Are you paint? Sorry, my head's in the way. I don't know. I think I'm gonna need to use the magic eraser. So basically, what the fuck was I talking about before we picked up sunny days and went, ew! Hold on. This is probably going to be a kind of semi-annoying video to watch because I'm going to constantly forget what I was talking about, and you might be like, oh no, talk about that some more, and I'll be like, I can't remember. I'm really sorry about that. I think I was talking about making clothes. Yeah, so, I basically cut open the sides of the shirts and the shorts, and I just put a new panel of fabric in there. Like, I cut up the sides of the shirts through the sleeves so that it was like both of the good sides were on the top and you could lay it down there like this. So like, yeah. And then I kind of straightened out the sleeve. So that's probably not the best way to do it because it doesn't fold very well now, although it looks fine when I'm wearing it. So if you were going to try and do this, you might want to do the actual sleeve part separately as a seam. Like putting a seam where the armpit is. Instead, I just did one piece of fabric all the way. But that would be up to you if you were going to do this. Maybe I can make a video on it at some point. I kind of wanted to at the time. I just, I was really into it and I was like, I just want to do this. I want to do it. Blah, blah, blah. You know how it is when you're in the middle of a project and you're excited about it and you're just being impatient and you just want to do it. Oh, a word of advice. I'm being kind of careless with this right now, but in general, you want to be careful with using like a magic eraser over symbols and eyes, any painted bits, because that's like I'm getting off these paint marks that are just from some kid or something. This is a good way to get off surface grime from a pony. Like if a pony is white and looks kind of dirty, this can pretty quickly get that off. If it's not, just yellowing of the plastic or something else. If it's just dirt and hand oils from whatever child was handling the pony beforehand, just from playing with it, which, I respect. I respect that all of these things used to be something that somebody played with, and actually just thinking about that kind of makes me happy personally. Like, I'm not the kind of person who's like, oh, a child used this, my collectible. Like, no, I'm like, so for me, it's just sort of, I like having used things. I like the idea of whatever I own having a life before me, and especially if it's damaged in some way, then I don't have to feel bad when I wreck it somehow. You know what I mean? Like, because it's already been damaged, so it just feels like a comfortable thing. Like, if I damage it, it's okay because it's already ruined, or at least what other people would call ruined, because I'm not sure I would really call something ruined just because it has a ding on it. I think a lot of people are a lot pickier of collectors than me, or I don't know. I mean, a lot of people who collect ponies only really collect Gen 1, or they might collect the other generations, but 1 is the only true worthwhile generation, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, where they're just, everything else is inferior to Gen 1. And for me, I'm kind of like the opposite. Like, I recognize that that Gen 1 is worth a lot, like just in terms of monetary value, especially since it's the oldest one and it's the granddaddy of all My Little Pony. But I kind of don't care, because a lot of them, people are gonna hate me for this, but a lot of them are fucking ugly. Yeah, I think Gen 3 was one of the prettiest gens. I'm not sure I'm going to say the prettiest gen, but because I do like Gen 2 a lot, although I really only own one full-sized one and one McDonald's toy, and then I have the reproduction McDonald's toy from like this year, where they were like redoing a bunch of retro Happy Meal toys, and they were getting like limited amounts of it, you know. Anyway, so there was that happened, and I managed to get through my one and only one that I got. I got the pony, and I was so excited. I was like, oh yeah, I got the pony, yeah. And some people were complaining that like the hair quality on that one was like really shitty, but mine was fine. It was actually pretty darn good, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah. Anyway, I was talking about resizing my clothes. It worked. It all worked out well. I am now working on perfecting a pattern to make pants for myself out of. I tried to, you know, copy, like if you ever watched like a With Wendy video, I tried to like sort of trace that pair of shorts that I upsized to fit me, and it didn't go out so well because I must have copied the crotch seam wrong, because like it wasn't fitting me there with the muslin that I bought. So I'm gonna try cutting open the crotch seam and then adding a new panel of fabric there and just getting it to the point where it's comfy, and then I'm gonna cut that apart so that I can just trace that. And then I'm going to make a pair of shorts out of some fabric I bought from Goodwill that's possibly upholstery fabric, and I only have a limited amount of it. If I fuck it up, like, I can't get more of it. So I'm gonna have to do piecing on that because there isn't enough in any one spot to do it, and I'm kind of worried about it and stressed out about it because math and stuff. But then, you know, after I've got it down, I'm going to be, you know, making those rainbow pants I was talking about. And that's just going to be like the dream. So maybe I can make a video of me working on the rainbow pants. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where all this goes. I mean, this is like my first real video. Like on my channel, I have my animations that I've done. I'm an artist, by the way. And so I've got that. And that's basically all I have on this channel. And I don't know. Watching the whole debacle, which I'm a little afraid to talk about because I don't want people dogpiling me, but most people don't like her, so that's okay. Most people don't like her. Again, I might bleep out her name, but anyway. So, you know, I've been really annoyed with her and what all's going on with her, and she's just doing a bunch of stupid bullshit, and I'm just like, you know, I'm so tired of this. And I just realized, like, even the thing that she's trying to do now, which is like ghost investigating and like urban exploring. I don't know about the urban exploring, but like the ghost adventuring and stuff, I feel like even that I could do better than her if I really like applied myself. And I don't really want to make ghost adventuring videos because, I mean, my mom is pagan agnostic, so I have like complicated feelings about ghosts and stuff, so I'm not sure if I really want to go ghost investigating, because that might be like too scary for me. But just in general, like I feel like there's a gap now in the community. I mean, it's just a gap in general because there aren't a lot of people out there making videos about ponies and retro toys. And certainly, now that she's gone, sort of, kind of, because we're never really quite sure with her. I mean, I have a lot of feelings about her, and me and my friends talk about it a lot because it's just like, it's just a bunch of drama. Maybe we want this to be a relaxing video, although I already talked about deep traumas on here and how I almost died in senior year of high school. But anyway, so I mean, yeah, there aren't really anybody else making pony videos as far as I can tell, or like things like this where they're just filming, oh hey guys, come fucking watch me restore / clean ponies I thrifted. Like, it was kind of just her and then like a one-off from other people now and then, and most of them are like, here's how you clean a pony. And like, I kind of went over like a vague overview of it because maybe that is what you were watching my video for. I do not know. And if that was all you were watching it for, you've probably signed off by now. But she's clean enough for now. I do go back and I re-rinse these guys in the sink and possibly scrub them a little bit more. But this is basically like the first pass kind of thing, where like I brush out their hair and stuff, and then if they need more work afterwards, then I go back and do stuff after that. Yeah. So, God, what the fuck was I talking about? God damn it. Right, I'm filling a gap that I see. Because this is the content that I want to watch. I like listening to people ramble and talk about their lives because I don't really have any IRL friends anymore. Because I asked if people wanted to hang out after high school and they were like, no! And I was like, fabulous, great, wow, really good to know that our friendship meant nothing to you. And I had some mutual friends with my brother, and well, kinda drama happened with one of them, and the other one just fucking moved away without even telling me. So I'm just like, I really just have the friends that I have online now, which I've had for like a year now, and it's nice. But I don't know. I don't know. I like to watch YouTube videos a lot where people are just talking about their day to the camera, and I listen, and sometimes I talk back. And I know it's kind of sad, but I don't know, maybe a lot of you are like that. Oh, I'll probably link it in the description because y'all might find this interesting, but me and my friends run a Retro Toys Discord server, which is very small right now, but you could make it bigger by joining it and talking with us on there. I mean, mostly the people in there just care about ponies, but we have sections for dolls and other shit. I mean, I collect Monster Highs and Barbies and other shit. And I mean, we don't have a section for Hot Wheels, but maybe you're really into Hot Wheels and you want like a place to like chat about it. I don't know, maybe we could make you a channel for Hot Wheels. I don't know. I don't know. Like, whatever's whatever. Like, I don't know, come chill with us. Or ask questions. You're like, I'm just getting into the hobby. How do I do this? What is this? How much is this worth? Is this a good price? Blah, 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 blah. Like, whatever the fuck. Like, just come talk to people. It's nice to talk to people that you have a genuine shared interest with and not someone who you just became friends with because you were sort of forced to. Like in high school, you become friends with people because you have to be in the same space as them. And if you have a fight, you kind of usually have to get over it and past it because you're forced to share the space with them. But on the internet, it's not so much. You can just fucking say, bye, bitch, and get away from them. So, I don't know. It's kind of nice to talk to people that you genuinely actually like and not just who you're forced to make friends with, you know? So, I don't know. Come chill with us in our Retro Toys Discord server. We have a mascot. Her name is Sweet Lucy. She's kind of based off of a popple. She's super cute. And then we have some custom icons, like the worm on a string. Like, custom emojis, what I mean. Like, we have worm on the string emojis. It's pretty great. So, I looked this lady up, and I think her name is Sweet Breeze. And she looks almost exactly like the cotton candy lady, but apparently she is worth a little bit. Like $15, or sometimes up to 30. So I guess she must be rare now or something. I don't know. Strawberry Reef hasn't been updated in 5,000 fucking years on when things came out, how rare things are. Like, it's good for IDing things, but not for much else anymore. So I don't know if she had like one single release that was like hard to get and that's why she's worth a lot. I don't know. But I don't know if I'm keeping her. She is worth a bit. I may attempt to trade her with my friend. We will see. We'll see. I'm getting tired, can you tell? But yeah, we've got quite a bit more to go. Although most of them are Gen 4 after the Divine Shine Pony, who we're not going to be done with today because, yeah, she definitely has rust, I can tell now. Yeah. So she's going to need some help. Ooh, I like this song. Yay. Okay. Let me know. Should I stay or should I go? This is time. This is the end of time. To let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Stay, stay, stay. I'm on my knees. Baby, fighting that it's black. Not me down your back. Come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? There will be trouble. If I stay, it will be double. Come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Look at me. Let me free. I'm meant to be. It fit me. Wanna let me know. Should it or should I go? Okay. Nice little light rinse. I'm trying to think of other topics. Other topics to talk about. I mean, I'm definitely going to talk about Gen 4 a bunch once I get to the Gen 4 ponies, because I just feel like that's fitting. I'm gonna go now. Stay or should I go now? Will there be trouble? And if I stay, it will be double. Wanna let me know. I still remember that I go. Stay or should I go now? There will be trouble. I say it will be double. So come out and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Excuse me. I don't know, just sort of trying to think of video topics I can do in the future if I'm really going to keep doing this. Which I feel like, I don't know, might be a good use of my time. I don't have a job for similar reasons to the school thing. I mean, I do art, but I don't feel like I'm worth hiring a lot of the time, or that I could even do a good job, or things require me to move. I thought I might like to work at the Joann's near me, because it seemed pretty chill, but they're not hiring as far as I can tell. And the grocery store that my mom works at is hiring, but I really don't want to work there because all she ever does is complain about how shitty it is to work there, so I really don't want to, submit myself to that. Also, I didn't talk about that. Okay, alright, while I'm finishing up these last two ponies, I could talk about this. I mean, Gen 3 ponies is what I mean. We're not close to done yet. We're like halfway through, and the Gen 4s will be quicker, I think, because they have less hair to brush out. I have bunions, and that's a lot of people think bunions mean corns, which is just like a bump on your foot from like a callus of like skin. Like, that's not what a bunion is. A lot of people think that's what bunions are. That is not a bunion. That's a corn. A bunion is a bump from a bone in your foot. And how that happens is, like, usually in a foot, the bones are straight. They sort of do that. So in my foot, it goes, and then this part with the big toe, so the big toe on the side of the foot here, that's where the bump usually is. It's almost entirely rotated upside down, like if it's supposed to normally be like this, it's kind of like this. and that's why it's doing that instead of doing this. It's doing like that. Instead of doing this, it's doing that. So I can't wear normal people's shoes. I have to wear like shoes that are for like people with diabetes or, you know, other foot issues like mine. And they don't come in cute colors, and usually they're like $150, if not more, because I have to wear like triple wides. And then I have like a medical arch insole that's like $50, and then I have these like silicone things that I have to stick between my big toe and the other toe. The pointer toe? I guess that would be the equivalent from toe to hand. Anyway, hopefully you know what I'm talking about, but like it's like a little squishy silicone thing called a toe spacer, and you put it between them to keep it from doing this as much and like kind of keep the pressure off. Sorry, I have to push up my glasses. That's why I keep moving my hand back, if you're wondering. It's usually either me itching my nose or pushing up my glasses. So yeah, I can't just like go to Goodwill and find a cute pair of shoes like most people, because it won't fit me. It's almost guaranteed to not fit me. And apparently there's like a specialty shoe store somewhere nearby, and my mom is going to take me to it soon, but it's, you know, it's expensive, obviously. It's a lot of money. I actually have a brand new pair of sneakers that I haven't worn yet that are the exact same kind I had before, because they fit me and I know that they fit me, but I haven't switched to those yet because my insoles are really old and I want to get new ones instead of putting the old ones in the new shoes because they're dirty and I just want new ones anyway. So I have like 2 pairs of shoes. Lots of people have like multiple pairs of shoes, or they can just go to Goodwill and find a pair of shoes for this like one specific outfit. I just need, you know, some red shoes. And they could just go and buy some red shoes. I can't do that. I'm stuck with the shoes that I have. So I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do about that, because I really want to find ways to make this shit work for me, because I am tired of being forced to live not the way that I want to, or not being able to express myself through fashion simply because things don't fit me. It makes me so mad and just upset and depressed, and I just want to be able to wear whatever I want like everyone else. I just want that, you know? And I mean, if you have normal feet or you're not plus sized, you should take a moment to think about how lucky you are that you can just wear whatever it is that you want. Because you truly are lucky, and or maybe it's just rather that I'm rather luckily unlucky. But I don't know. I'm not trying to like make anybody feel guilty, like, oh no, I take so many things for granted. But I mean, a lot of people do. Even I take things for granted, like the internet. Like, it's really nice that I have the internet, or that, you know, I have the money to buy a bag of ponies every now and then. I mean, I didn't have health care for the longest time. We didn't have insurance. And then Obamacare came about, and now we have insurance through my father's employer. But when I hit 23 or whatever the fuck, I'm gonna be fat out of luck. because I don't have a job and I can't really pay for these things going on. I don't know how much my pills are gonna cost. I'm on like antidepressants and some other stuff, you know? Like, I don't know if I'll be able to afford things like that anymore because we couldn't before. And I mean, I really don't want to go back to that, but I feel like that's how it's going to end up, which is, you know, universal health care. Come on, guys. Vote for the right candidate. Or just at least, please, fucking vote for a Democrat. I mean, preferably, I wish that you would vote for a Democrat that would, you know, do universal health care. But at the very least, please, vote for a Democrat. We really, really don't want, you know, 4 more years of Trump. Oh, and if you're a Trump supporter, or a TERF, or if you're DDLG, or whatever the fuck else, get the fuck out of my video, please. You are not welcome here. Get out of here. My video and my videos are not for you. Like, fuck off, mate. Anyway. So yeah, I can't just wear whatever shoes I want to. I kind of want to see if I can find like a pair of white shoes that fits me, and then I don't know, glue some cute shit to them or paint them or something, because right now both of my pairs of shoes are black. I may attempt to sew sequins onto it, like if it's sneakers or something where it's like netted on the sides, because that's often how things fit me, because it stretches around my bunion and it doesn't hurt as much because it has give to it in the toe box area. I might like sew sequins to the netting. I don't know. Like, there are these shoes, this brand called Why Are You, and they're fucking gorgeous. I emailed them like a week ago. I was like, hey, do you ever have plans to include any kind of wide sizes? And they haven't gotten back to me yet. I'm going to assume that the answer is fucking no, because only like 10 people would buy them, probably. It's not worth it. And like, okay, I get that. Also, their shoes are pretty expensive already. I mean, they're not like designer expensive, but they're like, they're over $100, but they have sales a lot. So if you're like into decor or something and you haven't heard of Why Are You before, look at Why Are You, sign up for their email list, because they have sales all the time for like good amounts, like often 50% off. And when like a shoe is like $100 and they're like 50% off, that's some good shit, my fam. So I mean, if you are blessed with lovely, you know, feet that can fit whatever, I suggest you go check out some Why Are You shoes. Oh, there's also a regular choice. You may have heard of those already. A regular choice often does like brand deals with things like Disney and stuff, where they'll make Disney character themed shoes. But Irregular Choice is in general, they don't just make shoes, but they make really over the fucking top dope ass shit. So if you're into Decora, you might like that brand. I don't know. Have a look-see. because you never know. And even if you've never heard of Decora and you never thought, oh, I would wear that, but if you fucking collect sparkly little ponies, you might like something from Why Are You or Irregular Choice. I don't know. I don't know you. Maybe I will get to know you someday. If you join our Discord server. There's a possibility. I don't know. You never know.
Driving home from a hike in Mount Rainier, hot, sunny afternoon.
What else to talk about?
Bob Dylan came on the stereo in the truck. I listened to it over and over, and it taught me so much about phrasing.
I don't know. What should we talk about next? I feel like, yeah, so we're doing the Divine Shine pony next, and that's just gonna be like a preliminary clean, because obviously she's getting her own video where I try and figure out how the fuck to get all the rust out of her, which is probably going to include me having to cut off her head, which isn't gonna be fun, but we're gonna do it because it's important. So she's gonna get a surface clean. I'm gonna change the water because it's really fucking dirty. So, yeah, I'll be back. So here is Divine Shine Glitter Bell with the rust issue. I'm just gonna be cleaning the surface dirt and her hair right now. And in a later video, we're gonna clean the rust out of her, because I can see her washer and I can see how rusty it is, and I can see the rust inside of her feet, and it's pretty damn gross. So, oh, her head turns. So I might be able to just boil her head and pop her head off. I'm gonna hope. I've never had to take a big one's head off before. It's kind of scary. So anyway, right now is just surface dirt time, and there will be another video later on, and I'm not really too concerned with, submerging her because she's already rusted, and I have to clean her out and replace the tail washer with a a zip tie later on. Although it's really kind of interesting to see a clear pony like the Divine Shines, because then you can sort of see their insides and how they sort of work a little bit, like how the hair is rooted into the head and things like that. So, I don't know, I just find things like that interesting. Got a bunch of pony hair to clean off of this brush. Yeah, sometimes this hobby can be kind of gross. Sometimes it can be nice. Yeah, like that fucking weird ass pine cone shit we had to deal with that's over here. And everyone will get a secondary rinse later on in the sink. Ugh, get off of my finger. Get off of me. Get off of me and stay off of me. God damn it, I hate this. It's super annoying. Okay, I got it off. Alright. I think having a mint condition Divine Shine would be really cool, but in her current form, she's kind of gross looking. Yeah, basically I'm just hoping I can really clean her up and get her looking somewhat cool, because most of her glitter has dissolved into her body, which sucks. By the way, least she's got tinsel hair. My favorites are always the tinsel hair ones. I talked about this before, but I love the tinsel hair ones, and I love the sparkle nose ones, where like their muzzle, like here, is all sparkly. I love those, and like sometimes I'm tempted to just like get some glitter and some Mod Podge and just put that on like a bunch of ponies, or like some McDonald's ones or something. I don't know. But after this one, this is all the Gen 3s that I have to clean right now. And then after that, she has a lot of tinsel in her hair, and it's also maybe a little bit dry, so I don't know how well hers is going to turn out. I don't know if it's going to turn out very soft. We'll see. But anyway, after her, we just have a bunch of Gen 4s, and then I can talk about things I like and dislike about Gen 4. I don't know, I may make that a separate video. Like, I'm still gonna continue cleaning tonight and filming tonight, but I may upload it as a separate video, considering that this is probably over an hour long of a video already, and I feel like it might just need to be a part 2 thing. I mean, I'm not quite sure if they're going to limit my upload length. That was something they did a long time ago, was that like, if you hadn't done something or had an account long enough or something, you couldn't upload more than 10 minutes of video. I don't know if that's still a thing. I mean, obviously I have other videos on my YouTube of animations, but I don't know if those count towards that or not. This glitter hair is different from the other tinsel hair. I feel like it's prettier and bigger. It just looks different. Maybe it's not and I'm just crazy, but I think the other tinsel hair is thinner. And that would make sense, since, you know, they're divine shines. I feel like they should be more over the top. Oh, in case you don't know what the fuck a divine shine is, because you're just getting into the hobby. And I keep talking about how her glitter may have dissolved inside of her plastic body. Yeah, I mean, definitely you can look up a picture of them, or maybe I will insert one here, perhaps. They were a special series. I think sometimes they were called Crystal Princess, and they were clear-bodied, and their clear bodies had glitter inlays in them, like different from like a lot of the ponies. They're pearlescent, sort of, so they're sort of shimmery, but they're still, you know, they're not see-through. But these ones were see-through, and there's a little bit of glitter left in her that hasn't totally dissolved, but they just had tiny little flakes of glitter inlaid in it, so it wasn't sort of shiny all over. It was just like little points of brightness, like stars in the sky, versus like, I don't know, something shimmery, something else shimmery. I don't know. But yeah, it looked like kind of like stars rather than just being sparkly all over. I almost feel like she needs a conditioner treatment. I may end up doing this. Okay, well, I think I may do a conditioner treatment, but I may do that later after I've done the whole rust thing, because I have a feeling the whole rust cleaning treatment may ruin all my hard work. see. And I'm gonna keep her away from the other ponies. I'm gonna leave her here in the basin because I don't want her rust getting all over everybody else. You know how it is. So, to talk about something, back at the beginning of this video, I think I talked about, you know, how I grew up with both Gen 3 and Gen 4, and how, like, when I saw the first episode of Gen 4, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like Sailor Moon, it's gonna be like Gen 1, because I actually had seen some Gen 1 when I was younger, because back when Netflix didn't have a streaming service, yes, that's how old I am, and I don't know, it depends on how young some of you are, but you might not know, but Netflix did not always stream videos. You used to have to, they were an online service, but you put in a thing, like a little request online, and they would mail you a disc, and then you'd watch it, and then you'd mail it back whenever you wanted to. So sort of like borrowing from the library, except you could only borrow a few things at a time, like maybe like 3 things at a time, and you went on a list, and they'd send you one after the other, and you wouldn't get more discs until you sent it back. Oh man, this is making me miss Blockbuster Video. A lot of you probably don't know what Blockbuster Video is. It's okay, so imagine like you're scrolling through Netflix, except in a physical location. That's the best way I can explain it to you. But anyway, I watched some Gen 1 because I was asking my mom at one point, I was like, do they have any My Little Pony on Netflix? Can you get me My Little Pony? And she did, but it was the old show, like the original My Little Pony, which I didn't know anything about, but I still enjoyed it, so I watched a little bit of that. Like, I haven't seen everything from it. I haven't seen a lot of the movies. Like, I really want to watch Escape from Midnight Castle, or whatever the hell it's called. Like, I'd really like to watch that, but I haven't, because it's just not accessible to me right now. But, so there's that, which I haven't seen. Oh, here we go. It's Gen 4.5 time. Oh god, Rarity, what do you have in your hair? Oh, it's sharp and pointy. It's like hardened glitter glue. What the fuck? Okay, here, I'm gonna bring this close to the camera so you can see. It's like a hardened glitter glue. I kind of want to cut it out. I don't know if I'm gonna... Oh, there's more of it. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. I don't know. I might custom her, because I really don't like Gen 4.5s. I'm just in general not a fan, but let's see if we can just like let her soak for a hot minute and see if that like helps loosen up the glitter glue predicament. And let's work on somebody else at the same time. Ooh, Princess Celestia. This is from after they made Princess Cadence, because before they made Princess Cadence, they made Celestia pink in a lot of her toys because they were afraid that the white color wouldn't sell to little girls. But after they made Cadence, they didn't want people to confuse Celestia and Cadence, so they started actually making her white. So there's a little fancy fun fact for you. Anyway, I was talking about how I used to watch Gen 1. Yeah. So I used to watch Gen 1 and I really liked that, and I liked how, like, adventure-y it was. Because I kind of preferred that over the sort of slice of life thing. So that's why when I was, like, watching, like, the first episode of Gen 4 of Friendship is Magic, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be like Sailor Moon. They're gonna, like, fight baddies, but ponies, you know? And then it just became slice of life, and I was just kind of, but I put up with it, and I started to like it. I was kind of annoyed with what they did to Rainbow Dash, though, because I used to really like Rainbow Dash in Gen 3, and she was like, darling, and I always thought that was, like, really cool. It was like she was the fashionista, and she did people's hair. Like, I just really liked her character. I also loved Sunny Days. They were probably... Minty, Sunny Days, and Rainbow Dash were probably, like, my faves from Gen 3. But then Gen 4 came along, and they, like... I understand that Lauren Faust wanted to use, like, the Gen 1 characters, but they were, like... She couldn't because of some sort of legal thing. Like, they didn't exactly totally own the rights to them anymore or something. I'm not sure. I'm really not quite sure. That's just what I hear. Oh, by the way, I love the show The Toys That Made Us, but their My Little Pony episode was severely disappointing. Because they mostly just talked about Gen 4, and then they shat on fucking Gen 2, and I was like, excuse you? Maybe interview more people next time, because Gen 2 is great. Gen 2 is really fucking cute. The only reason most people don't know about it is because most of it was released in Europe. Like, I didn't even know it existed. But I think it's great. Alright. So now we have another Gen 4.5 Twilight. I will admit, I like the alicorn wings, although they are sitting back too far. Like it should come forward more, but I understand that they didn't do that because otherwise it would restrict her head's movement. But it does sort of look kind of odd. Like, I know they're here, but it just doesn't look right because it's going back so much against her butt. The eyes look really awful on this one. The placement so close to her mouth, and they're kind of big. I feel like they should be smaller and up higher. So I'll probably definitely repaint this one. I say, and then I don't. I do that all the time. I buy things, and I'm like, I'm gonna custom these, and then I don't. I should do some videos on me customing them, because maybe that would make me do it. One thing that does make me not custom things is I don't have any doll hair, and, like, I know I can use yarn, but I don't even have, like, a lot of yarn, and, like, buying one color of yarn for one thing is kind of expensive too, because I crochet things occasionally, but, like, so I don't know, maybe I just do, like, an artist rendition of Twilight and just, like, repaint her eyes and then, like, paint over her cutie mark. Like, I might not redo her cutie mark, or I might. There's this person on Tumblr named Paradise Estate, and she did this really nice redesign of Twilight where I liked her cutie mark way better, because instead of it being a dumb little sparkle, it's like a moon. which I like better. Like, if, like, people don't call her Sparkle, they call her Twilight. Like, her full name is Twilight Sparkle. Also, how the fuck last names work in Gen 4 is very confusing, because it's like, Pie is Pinkie Pie's last name, but it's the Apple family of Applejack and Apple Bloom, and but then there's Granny Smith and Big Mac, and you're just like, what? How the fuck do y'all's names work? Clearly they tried to make it something and then didn't actually think it all the way through, which is really annoying for me. I get annoyed with that because I'm like really obsessed with world building. So I get really pissed off when like they half-ass something and then the rest of things don't make sense anymore. Like, cause she's Twilight Sparkle and her brother is Shining Armor. Also, can we talk about how Shining Armor sucks? Like, you could be so much better. Oh my god, I saw a color swap between him and Cadence recently, where they gave him Cadence's colors and Cadence Shining Armor's colors, and I kind of like that better. I like him being pink. I think it would also be, like, cool if Twilight's brother was, like, kind of sweet and bubbly, and his wife was, like, the more serious one. Especially considering that she's a princess. Also, one thing I want to talk about with Cadence is, according to that one book, she was originally a Pegasus before she became an alicorn, before she, like, ascended. So, like, how did she get her cutie mark before then? Because, like, her cutie mark is supposed to be in, like, love magic or whatever the fuck, according to, like, if I'm remembering this correctly, like, the part where, like, these two people are bickering, and then she, you know, uses her magic horn and just sort of, like, boosts the love or whatever the fuck. Oh, in the deleted intro to the My Little Pony movie, where she's, like, Twilight is, like, listing off all the different princesses and what they do, and she's like, we have one for the day, one for the night, one for family, and one for friends. And I'm like, I mean, that's an interesting take on Cadence, but I thought she was supposed to be, like, the princess of love, or I don't really know. Cadence is really confusing because she's in charge of the Crystal Empire, but she's not actually a crystal pony. And the original Crystal Pony, Princess Amour,